There you go. So we are going to work with open tunings today. Now most of those were open tunings, and they are from a band called the Quireboys, which had an album out called A Bit of What You Fancy back in 1990. That album sold over 1 million copies, like 250,000 in the US, 200 in the UK, reaching number 2 in the charts in the UK, gold and platinum in Canada, and obviously that's been a huge part of their career. So that album is massive, hence why they're re-recording it, or have re-recorded it for release very soon, with the current lineup, because songs morph, songs change as you go through the years, and I think the new album of the old album, the re-recording, is going to sound absolutely amazing. They've got the single up, which is 7 o'clock, so you can listen to that now. Guy Griffin from the Quireboys, the guitarist in the Quireboys, has very kindly recorded me some videos, and they are the riffs that you're hearing today. He'll be giving you a brief breakdown on these, and the tab will be included next to his playing on the screen, so you'll have it all there ready to look at and listen in just a second. But if you do like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit that bell button and the subscribe button, share it with all your friends on your social media with the hashtag 7Riffs. That would be amazing. If you want the tab, physical format, or just as a PDF, then you can go to my website, which is dansguitar.com, and that is it. Link there and down below. And if you want lessons and jamming tracks and all sorts of silly stuff that you won't find here on YouTube, you can go to my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/danspage, and it all supports this channel just to make these videos, which is fab. Nice one. Just going to run you through the tuning for the Open G, and so basically, if you want to get this authentic as can be, remove that 6th string. I'm not going to do that because I quite like having it there, but if you're kind of wanting to make things sound as Keith Richards or as Quireboys as you possibly can, then remove that 6th string, because it's gonna help, and you'll have an unwanted string otherwise. But for those that do want to keep that string on, just make sure your first finger is basically butting up against that thick string, because then you're not going to need it anyway, or you can use it and just make sure you're barring the whole lot. Your choice at the end of the day. So what we've got with tuning wise, we've got a G even, G, D, G, B, and then D. So I'll do that again for you. So G, G, and then D, G, B, and D. For Man on the Loose and White Trash Blues, I think it was, I was using the Strat, which is just there it is. I've got that in standard tuning, so you're going to need to play about with it. So I've written the first 4 riffs as the Open G, and then the second 2 are the standard riffs, but you can muck about with it, see how you end up. But there we are, leave you with it. Nice. So without rambling on too much, as I usually do, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Guy Griffin, who is the guitarist for the Quireboys, and he recorded all of these riffs that you're hearing today, so they are his parts, all apart from one which I've added in, but that's fine. It's just, yeah, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Right, there you go. I'll leave you with that. Nice one. See ya.
Hello everybody, I'm Guy Griffin from the Quireboys. Danny's asked me to show you how some of these songs were written, or how they were played. This one's 7 o'clock, which I didn't write but I played, and one of my favourite Quireboys tracks. When we recorded it, I played it in Open G tuning. When I play it live nowadays, I play it in normal tuning because tuning issues, and it's usually one of the last songs in the set. So, but on the record I played it in open, so I'm going to play it like that. You've got your Open G tuning, which is the top E goes down to a D, the B stays the same, the G stays the same, the D stays the same, and the A goes down to a G. On the original record I also had the bottom E tuned up to a G, but nowadays I just play with the 5 strings because it's easier for tuning. So here it goes, here's the intro going into the main riff. So that's G, open. Next chord, just a bar, that's a chord, that's a whole chord. Back to the next chord. Back to the G. So it'd be G, A sharp, C. Right, this is the pre-chorus and it's an E minor, so you bar across the top 3 strings here to make a minor. Across this for the E, and then that'll be a minor. So it's to the C, the A, up to the C, and stabs. Chorus. Okay, well this is the lead line or the lead part in 7 o'clock. And it's basically Chuck Berry all the way really, with it, and also a couple of sort of Steve Cropper type licks. So you basically got your Chuck Berry lick. It has a sort of weird timing how it goes between each chord. So here it goes. It goes. Something like that. So it's like I don't usually play this bit, but it's in the stop it goes. There's your little Steve Cropper lick, and then which is the lower version, the octave of. Right, this one's from the album This Is Rock and Roll, which is when the Quireboys reconvened after 9 years apart, and this was the lead track off that album, and obviously we'd been away for a long time, so I wanted to come out with us, first track that had a bit of intent to it, and it's a rocker, and it's in open tuning again, which is the open G tuning. So you've got the top E goes down to a D, the B stays the same, G stays the same, the D stays the same, and the A goes down to a G. So anyway, here's the riff. This one is also off our first album, which Danny has asked me to have a go at. This one's called Man on the Loose, which is another favourite of mine, which we hardly ever play live, but we've just started playing it again. So this is in B, the riff, and it comes straight in. It's So basically it's just your bar chord positions. Then you've got your Stonesy thing, and with the thumb deadening that A string. You could add the E string, but basically deadening both those strings. If you didn't do it, it'd sound like that. It wouldn't sound very good. So it's so it has that, and I use my the pinky flattens there to cover that string. Right, this song is another favourite riff of mine. This was first song I wrote with the Quireboys, I think. This is on the second album, which was called Bittersweet and Twisted, which we recorded in Canada with Bob Rock, and then in London with Chris Kimsey, all sorts of different studios. But eventually we got a record made. Anyway, this one's called White Trash Blues. So it's you're kind of dampening it as well. It goes down to a G. Then it goes up to the D and incorporates the open. So it's so it has these licks at the end.
At the end, hopefully you enjoyed that one. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, hit that bell button, subscribe button, and share it with all your friends with the hashtag 7Riffs. Massive thanks to Guy Griffin from the Quireboys for actually recording those videos for us. That's absolutely huge. I'm forever grateful. And yeah, please go and buy and listen and stream the 30th anniversary of their A Bit of What You Fancy album, coming out very soon. Nice one. See you next time.